well. We're joined by Brian Marshall. He's an analyst at Gleacher Co. Brian has a buy rating on HP. Brian, did this come straight out of left field for you?
Well, Leo was a quiet external candidate rumor, but it is a head-scratcher. I think people will be surprised from the investment community, and definitely seeing that in the aftermarket, unfortunately.
Right, what's he got to do? What are his key challenges there at HP?
Well, I think HP's Achilles heel, if you will, or their weakness is really their limited software. I think what they need to do is invest more in software to have more of a tie-in from its enterprise customer community. And so that's high growth, high margin, sticky revenues. It's only 3% of their total sales currently relative to their closest competitor, IBM, which has 22% of their total sales coming from software. So I think Leo's expertise in software, as well as the new chairman announcement, Ray Lane, who used to be a former head of Oracle, I think is going to be very good for HP's strategic effort in software going forward.
But he did struggle, didn't he, at SAP? It was really the board who didn't renew his contract, and in fact they fired him. So, what does he bring to the party apart from that? Because they weren't exactly happy with him there.
Well, I think it's easy to point blame at the CEO or the head of the company, but at the end of the day, if you don't have good products to sell, you're not going to sell. I think one of the things that we've seen at SAP over the last 5 to 10 years is really an underperformance on their license year-over-year growth. What really drives the growth engine of a company, for a software company that is its license growth. And we just weren't seeing that out of SAP relative to the likes of Oracle, et cetera. So I think he's coming into HP, sees a lot of toys in the tool shed, if you will, and so I think he's going to be able to do much better with what HP has to offer currently.
Right, Marshall, very quickly, I've got a quote from an analyst here saying the company needs new leadership that can make aggressive, risky moves to inject new vitality into the enterprise. Is he the man to do it?
I think it's too early to tell. That remains to be seen. I mean, clearly he's got a very strong management team with him, headed up by Todd Bradley, who runs PCs. He turned that effort around, and now they're the #1 leader in that space by far. And Livermore, who runs enterprise. I mean, he's going to have to rely upon these two individuals very heavily, because at the end of the day, Leo's a software guy, and he doesn't understand the hardware assets that HP has from an internal perspective, or their enterprise cloud. And so I think all three of these individuals will have to work together to take HP in the right direction.
Brian Marshall, thank you so much for joining us there. Brian Marshall from Gleacher Co. He's an analyst, got a buy rating on HP stock there as well.